So, unless you have been living under a rock, you have most likely heard of TikTok Shop over these past few weeks or maybe even months. Many people are asking, is it the biggest opportunity in e-commerce? Is the biggest thing since the OG drop shipping, or is it an absolute bust? Now, I was asking myself these same exact questions exactly 90 days ago. If you scroll through my channel and you go back to about 3, 4 months ago, I posted a video about TikTok Shop. And I asked the question. There's two reasons why people are not talking about it. It's either because it absolutely sucks or it is the best kept secret in e-commerce. Over these past 90 days, I've gone on a mission to find the truth for myself, and this has given me the ability to now come and make this video and tell you guys all about my experience. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and everything in between. So stay tuned and let's get right into it. So I'm going to start out with one of the most important things for me when it comes to any business, and that is the margins. How much profit am I going to make? I can make a crazy amount of sales, right? You can make $1 million. But if 950,000 of that is expenses and you're left with 50,000 at the end of the day, it's not really a great business. So I can tell you guys that from my experience over these 90 days, the margins on TikTok Shop have been amazing, especially for a small business and especially for print on demand, which is what I'm doing. I'll give you guys an example. Last year I sold on Shopify. Now I didn't do anywhere near the same volume I've done this year, but I still got a significant amount of orders. My margins was around 30 to maybe 35% because usually I'd offer people a 10% off coupon code to get them to sign up for my mailing list, that sort of thing. However, this year on TikTok Shop, my margins have now gone up to around 45 to 55%, which in my opinion is insane, and especially for print on demand, which is usually very unprofitable. Typical product I sell is a crew neck. I buy it on Printify. Well, this depends on the size, but typically small to large cost me around $23, including the shipping cost. On TikTok Shop, I sell for $44.99 and charge $9.99 of shipping, which brings me to about $53.98. Now, taking away fees and everything, that leaves me with around $50 roughly, which is a margin of more than 50%, which is just insane to me. Now, how do we get such amazing margins on TikTok Shop? It's due to a couple of things. First, the referral fee is relatively low. It's 30 cents plus 2% of every single order. Second thing is TikTok Shop offers a shipping fee subsidy. So every single time a customer makes their first purchase on TikTok Shop, they get it for absolutely free shipping and you get reimbursed your shipping cost. My shipping cost is $9.99, so that adds $10 onto my profit. And last but not least, the coupons that are offered on TikTok Shop are just amazing. If you're not familiar with this concept, let me tell you about it. So TikTok Shop will just throw out random coupons at random times, right? The minimum coupon they usually offer is 30% off your first order. Now, this allows you to significantly mark up your products as a seller, but still the customer is going to pay a really, really low, a reduced price for it. So it allows you to increase your margins, which you can't really do on your store. If I sell, well, for example, I sold these crew necks on my store for $42.99. Once they sign up for my mailing list, they'd get another 10% off. So I'm after Shopify fees, I'm left with about $38. But on TikTok Shop, they can use the coupon and the free shipping coupon, and I get reimbursed for it all. Now, I really want to make an important point to you guys here because this is a mistake I made when I first started out, and it was to just offer general free shipping to my customers. This was a huge mistake because on their first orders, they were going to get it anyways. So I recommend you guys who are just starting out now to charge a shipping fee. This doesn't operate the same way as on your Shopify or on your site where a free shipping is going to be an incentive. On TikTok Shop, the platform has already given it to customers, so charge anywhere from $5.99 to $10.99 and try to recoup that shipping fee that you are going to be paying, and it is going to help you out tremendously. Number two, over these 90 days, I have seen more traffic to my TikTok Shop, more shop visitors than I saw all of last year on my Shopify. I'm going to put the number up here of how many visitors I've had. And mind you guys, this is completely free and organic traffic. At this point, I have not paid for any ads yet. I actually just started running ads about 2 days ago. But before that, all of this traffic that I'm going to show you guys on the screen was completely free. Now, no other platform can a small business come brand new into the platform without an ad budget, without a whole bunch of influencers, and get over 500,000 visitors to the shop. It's just unmatched. Now, to really optimize and to get the most out of these shop visitors, there's something I mentioned in one of my previous videos, and it's pretty much my affiliate strategy. So let me break it down for you guys super quick. I have two TikTok accounts, and the TikTok shop operates as a separate entity. So think about it this way: the TikTok shop is here. There's my TikTok account that is kind of the brand account. It has the logo as the profile picture, and it's a business account, so it can't use commercial music. There's some other restrictions. Then there is my personal account, which I made an affiliate of the TikTok shop. Now, to become an affiliate, you need over 5,000 followers. This is a strategy that I've mentioned many, many times, and I don't really want to bore you guys with it here, but this allowed me to get so much reach. On top of this, I was able to optimize every single one of my listing. I recommend you guys optimize all of your listings because it is going to drive more traffic and it is going to drive more sales for you guys. Think about TikTok shop as a marketplace, not just a video and shopping platform. And last but not least, if you are able to recruit other affiliates to promote your products, your reach is going to be infinite and it's going to be very, very cheap compared to every other platform. Now, the beauty of the affiliate accounts, whether it's your own or someone else's, or even the business account that's going to have the TikTok shop link on all the posts, is that they act as passive sources of income. Let me explain. A TikTok is going to be out there on the platform for months and for years, and is going to continue to drive traffic and sales for your shop long after the initial virality of it wears out. Now, I'm going to be honest, TikToks are not going to be going viral for 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be 2, 3, maybe 4, 5 days where the TikTok is growing rapidly in views. After that, it's going to slow down. However, once you reach a certain quantity of TikToks out there, they operate almost as an ad reel. Your content is constantly going to be out there, especially if you get a whole bunch of affiliates on your side. Now it's like you don't even have to pay for ads because your TikToks are going to continue to show up on your customers For You page. If you want to take this up a level and you have more of a budget, you have all of this organic content that did great without a push. Now you can run it as ads and get further reach and traffic to your shop, and at the end of the day, more sales. Now, something many people have asked me about when it comes to affiliates is how to get in contact with them, because they'll go out there, they'll send them a whole bunch of messages on TikTok but get no replies. Let me explain this to you guys. You have to understand the affiliate's point of view. So me, myself, I was an affiliate of my own TikTok shop. However, that meant I was still going to receive messages from other shops who want me to promote their products. On average, a TikTok shop affiliate is going to get 40 to 50 messages every single day. What I tell my consultation clients to do is, one, email that person if they show their email on their profile, and also DM them on Instagram. Make it a bit of a personalized message. Don't make it too long. And third, and this is what worked best for me, although I didn't have that many affiliates, is create an open plan that offers a free sample for every single one of your products. This way, affiliates are going to come to you and you won't have to constantly chase them down. The reason this is even better is it targets the perfect affiliates for your products. As you create more and more content, it is going to land on your target market's For You page. These creators are then going to see that product, they're going to want a product, and then they're going to come to you and request a free sample. You can submit their order right through Seller Central, and everything stays on the affiliate center. So the shipping of the product is going to be tracked there, and the creator actually creating content for you is actually going to be tracked on there as well. This has honestly been one of my favorite things about TikTok Shop, is that not only is it an e-commerce platform, but it brings together both e-commerce and social media content. So influencers are in this affiliate center. You can reach out to them and see all of their stats. You can see what their demographic looks like. You can see their analytics over the past few months and how many sales they've actually generated for other businesses. So it brings everything together under one umbrella, which is something I've really enjoyed and that I haven't even leveraged to its fullest extent yet. As I told you guys, I've been running things with me myself as my own affiliate and like two or three others that I came across that had success with an initial piece of content that they did. But besides that, I haven't really leveraged it to a high extent. However, if you have a bigger budget and you want to cut down on your profit margins just a little bit and offer a higher commission rate, you can really leverage this to a whole nother level. Something else I've been able to enjoy over these past 90 days is TikTok campaigns. So whenever there's a big selling season, let's take the holidays that are coming up, for example, on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, TikTok does this thing called campaigns where you register your products, you list them at a price below your normal selling price. Now, when you sell your products in a campaign, you have to eat up a bit of the sale price because they tell you have to mark it down slightly in order to be eligible for the campaign. However, they don't specify a specific markdown that you need to have on your products. For me, I would mark them down 1%. So at one point, I was selling the crew neck for $42.99. I marked it down 1%. I was selling it for, I think, about $41.50, somewhere in that area. And that's all you need to do to make it eligible for the campaign. Now, the beauty of the campaigns, and this is something that has gotten me so many sales, is that TikTok then further discounts your product and then they assume these costs. So, for example, after the crew neck that was selling for $42.99, I brought it down to $41.50. I assume these costs. TikTok will then just at random drop it further down to $21. They did it one time, and then another time they've also dropped it down to $31 for the campaign. Now, add on top of this that customers can get 30% off. Sometimes it was 50% off, sometimes it was 70% off, depending on the coupon that they were giving during that specific period. And then on top of that, the customer got free shipping. Now, during these times, I was able to get so many sales off of this because the customer would come across my product. Now, my product is not cheap, right? For a crew neck, it's $42.99. Now I brought them up to $44.99. So it's by no means a cheap product that's going to raise their suspicions or make them think this is going to be a shit product. However, everyone loves a good deal. We all love a good deal. And it doesn't make the product appear cheaper. It still gives it a higher perceived value. However, it makes you feel like you're winning. So customers will come across this at the campaign price of $31. They're gonna be like, whoa, this is a huge discount. Plus, I can use my 50% off coupon. This is amazing. And then they're just gonna buy and buy and buy and buy. Also, I forgot to mention that during campaigns, TikTok puts your product front and center if you're eligible for the campaign. They'll put it right there on the front page of TikTok Shop. Now, you guys need to think of TikTok Shop as a legitimate marketplace. So there's three tabs now: the For You tab, the Following tab, which is just people you're following, and then there is the Shop tab. So when you're eligible for a campaign, your products will be front and center right there on the Shop tab. Also, if your products are optimized, customers are highly likely to find them just through the shop without you even creating content. Now that I've gone through all of the amazing things I've experienced over the past 90 days on TikTok Shop and all the advantages you get and the super cool things that other platforms don't offer, it's time for me to get into the bad. I hope you guys have been watching throughout the video because there is a lot of negative things about TikTok Shop that you need to know before you start out on your journey. A lot of these things I learned the hard way, so I'm going to drop some tips for you guys to avoid even going through all of these troubles for you guys to have a great selling journey on this platform. Number one, this has been the absolute worst thing about TikTok Shop, and the thing that has honestly caused me the most stress and the most sleepless nights is how terrible seller support is. Now, everything from the live chat, they have no idea what they're doing. They will legitimately tell you, hey, I don't know, just submit a ticket about it. They misinform you about things. They actually misinformed me about the shipping fee subsidy at one point. Then we go into submitting a support ticket, which the live support will often tell you to do. Hey, I don't really know how to answer this. Let's escalate it up and submit a ticket about it. Support tickets for me have taken on average from 20 to 40 days. And I would say 90% of the time, they don't even end up being solved. I just get tired of disputing it and going back and forth with them, and they get closed. Third is the appeals. The appeal process lasts on average from 20 to 40 days. 40 days. And the worst thing about it is, even if you submit all the proof and you give them full reason why it was absolutely bullshit that you received that violation, they're going to deny your appeal and tell you that it was missing supporting documents, even though you've included the maximum of 10 images to support your claim. Now, this has been extremely stressful for myself. It is something that has honestly made me take a step back at various points and think, is it really even worth it? The amounts, and I haven't even gotten into the violations that they would give you. I would give the overall support experience on TikTok a negative, a seller experience, a negative 100. They're going to give you violations that you didn't commit. They're going to give you very harsh restrictions for things that you once again did not commit. The harshest of which is the late dispatch rate. Now, with the late dispatch rate, if you pass a certain percentage, so they want you to be below 4%. Once you pass the 5, 6, 7%, you start getting some really harsh restrictions. These include being removed from the affiliate program. So every single affiliate that you sent a sample to, your link is going to be removed from every single product video that they created for you. It is going to be removed from also your own personal account that you're using as an affiliate. You're not going to be eligible for campaigns anymore, and you're going to receive your payment at the latest possible date. So there's currently 3 settlement plans on TikTok. There's the Express, there's the Accelerated, and then there's the Standard. The Standard is what you get on when you first join the platform. Then there's the Accelerated, which to get into, you need a late dispatch rate below 5%. And then there's the Express, which is 1 day after delivery. And for that, you need a late dispatch rate under 4%. So if you even have a couple orders where tracking doesn't pull over from USPS, which have had this problem countless times where the order would actually be in transit. However, TikTok would not update their platform. It would get marked as late dispatch. I reached a point where my late dispatch rate got so high that they removed all of my affiliate videos. They removed my eligibility to apply my products for future campaigns. And it has cost me so much in sales and in traffic. I lost out on a ton of it. Now, the most frustrating thing of it all is you can't even voice these concerns to seller support because, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, the ticket system, once you submit a question or a concern or a problem you're having through a ticket, you are 90% of the time going to get an automated response that just copies and pastes a phrase from their policies. After you reply to this stupid AI, that system that they're using, they're probably going to reply with the same exact thing. So guess what, guys? There's actually no seller support infrastructure on TikTok Shop. There's no one to actually answer your questions anywhere. So while I've loved the platform so much, it's only great up until nothing goes wrong. And as we know in business, things often go wrong. And when they go wrong, you want support to be there to walk you through what you need to do and for them to do it in a fast manner because every single hour, every single minute is money lost. The reason I went on and on about the seller support experience is because it has caused me a big headache, and in the 90 days has been the worst experience I have ever had on any platform. Forget that, not even just on e-commerce, just in general, I have never had a worse experience being a customer of someone that I have had on TikTok Shop. Now, the way to avoid a lot of this headache is to get your late dispatch rate in order. As I mentioned in all of my consultations and in every single one of my videos, having your logistics in order to maintain a low dispatch rate at all times is the single most important thing you need to think about before you start TikTok Shop. So yeah, think about all the good things that I said, think about the shitty seller support experience, but before you even start, make sure you have a solid foundation. You do not want to build your foundation on TikTok Shop on sand. You want to build it on stone because after you might get a whole bunch of orders, things might be going good. But if your fulfillment is not in order, your late dispatch rate rises, it is going to absolutely tank your traffic and tank your sales. So, because I rambled on about how shitty the seller support experience is, let me talk about the other negative thing about TikTok Shop. And there isn't that many things that I've experienced over the 90 days, but the second one has been a very big source of frustration for me, and I think people should know about it. Customers on TikTok have so much power. These customers can, even if they get the order, even if it shows delivered in the tracking, they can submit a claim with TikTok Shop and say, hey, even though it says delivered, I actually didn't receive my item. Then the refund request is going to come to you. You can choose to accept or reject it. If you reject it and the customer really wants to scam the hell out of you, they can just file a dispute with TikTok Shop, and TikTok Shop is going to award them the refund just like that, even though in the tracking it shows as delivered. Now, I'm going to tell you guys how I know customers abuse this. Last year on Shopify, I didn't do an insane amount of volume. I think I did around 600 orders in a couple of months. This year on TikTok Shop, I've done around 1,700 orders. Now, last year in those 600 orders, I didn't have a singular case of a tracking number being saying that it was delivered, the product was delivered, and a customer coming to me and saying, hey, I didn't receive it. It didn't happen once in 600 orders. This year in 1,700 orders on TikTok Shop, I've had at least 20 to 30 people just come and say, hey, I actually didn't receive it. And then TikTok Shop auto approves their refund and gives them a refund right away. Another thing is, and I've mentioned this in a couple of my other videos, but it's pretty annoying, is that you can't create your own return and refund policy or cancellation. You have to abide by TikTok. So customers can get the product, wear it for 30 days. On the last day 30, submit a refund request. All refund requests, by the way, are automatically approved. So customers have 30 days to return the product no matter how much they wear it. And no matter what condition it's in, they're gonna get their refund. Last week, I had a customer get a crew neck, wear it for about 3 weeks, wash it. They didn't follow the proper care instructions, so the design on the front kind of faded away. Submitted a refund request, TikTok approved it, they sent it back to me. It's all worn, the design's all ruined, but I had to give them their refund and I couldn't do anything about it. Now imagine if customers do this over and over and over and over again. And last but not least, we need to remember who the typical users of TikTok are and who the people are typically that are going to purchase items off TikTok Shop. They're usually going to be between the ages of 18 to 24, 25, maybe up to 30. But I'm mostly speaking about the younger people here is I've noticed they are very vengeful. They have a lot of attitude. They're not reasonable. I'll tell you guys a case that happened to me last week. So a customer pulled the good old, hey, I didn't receive the item. Now in tracking, it obviously showed that they receive it. So I messaged them and I replied back to their chat and I said, hey, tracking shows that you received it. So I'm not sure what you're talking about here. Is there any proof you can provide that you didn't receive it? They're like, no, there's no proof. They submitted a refund request with TikTok Shop. And then it came to me to reject or accept it. I rejected it, of course, and right away they went and disputed it. Of course, TikTok Shop always sides with the buyer, so instantly they gave them a refund. Now, this customer got mad at me for why the product wasn't delivered, even though this is obviously in the hands of USPS. It has nothing to do with me. So they went and after even getting their refund, they went and left a really shitty review for me, a 1-star review saying that they got scammed, that they were really got excited to purchase from me, but then we scam people and we don't actually send the product, even though it clearly said in the tracking that it was in transit, that it got delivered. It was probably a moody 17, 18, 19-year-old who just wanted to let out their stupid emotions, but then it costs you pretty dearly because once you start racking up these reviews, and especially if you're just starting out and you don't have a good amount of reviews, not only is it going to give a negative connotation to future customers, especially when they read a comment like that, but negative review rate is also a metric that TikTok Shop tracks. Once it reaches a certain percentage, same way they do with the late dispatch rate, they're going to remove a lot of privileges that you have, and they might restrict your shop and also shadow ban it and not show your products on the main page. Now, luckily for me, I have over 100 reviews. I would say out of, I have 102 or 103 reviews so far. Only 5 of those have been negative and 2 have been neutral. So neutral is 3 stars, qualifies as neutral. So for me, it didn't hurt me that much, but it is something very annoying that many of you first starting out are going to face. And there you guys have it. I tried to sum up my 30-day experience as best as possible. Tried to walk you through, guys, the advantages and the disadvantages so you can understand more about this platform before you start it, especially considering there isn't many people posting about it on YouTube. This tells you one thing, that this is still a very well-kept secret. It is still something that is very worth it for you to try out. You know, once drop shipping got oversaturated, every single YouTuber started posting about it. Once Etsy, everyone started posting about it. Amazon, everyone posted about it. But if you notice with TikTok Shop, very few people have posted about it. And this tells you that this is the perfect time for you to start. I'm going to continue to post content all about TikTok Shop, telling you guys about my experiences, telling you guys about new changes that happen on the platform, giving you guys advice from things that I've learned so far and things that I've experienced. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up, like, subscribe. If you would like your specific questions asked or for me to discuss strategy with you in a one-on-one, you're going to find my Calendly link down below. You can book either half an hour or 1 hour with me to walk through strategy, to walk through content, to walk through product ideas, to walk through print on demand, because that's what I've had the most familiarity with over these past 2 years. This is what I've been doing. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you joining this journey of a young entrepreneur trying to keep it real in commerce, and I'll see you guys in the next video.